As I mentioned yesterday, this video will finish off the remaining perks I would add to my version of a Call of Duty game. Now, since I have a ton of shit to talk about, we're just going to dive right into this bitch. The sixth perk that I would bring to this game is Tactical Mask, and I have a couple of tweaks on how I would fix this motherfucker. First of all, it would only reduce the effects of special grenades by about 25% or so, maybe a little bit more. The fact is, I don't want people immune to it because there should be some effect from special grenades. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Black Ops 2 now does that, where you don't have full immunity, but you do have some protection. So you will notice the difference by having it on as compared to not having the motherfucker. Of the pro perks, the first one will allow you the ability to see enemies through smoke. And smoke could be from anything. It could be from a grenade, it could be from a kill streak explosion, it could be to environments destructing. We're going to talk about that in another video in the future. But in any event, you will be allowed to see the enemies in some form or another through smoke. Now, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the enemy name tag or if you'll be able to see their silhouette, but it'll be something that allows you to see a motherfucker through smoke that's not overpowered, but you will have the ability to recognize them in some way or another. Second pro perk is something we've seen in Call of Duty already, mostly Treyarch games. It's going to allow you the ability to reset a fuse of a nearby grenade when you throw that motherfucker back. And the final pro perk for Tactical Mask is going to reduce the range a special grenade can have an effect on you. So on top of having a 25% reduction in the effect, this perk will also make it so that basically enemies have to throw this shit right at your feet to tickle you in the asshole for a minute. And trust me, when you see some of the game mechanics that I changed with the special grenades, you'll realize how important this third perk will be. So don't sit here and question, oh, well, it doesn't do that now. Trust me, when you see the changes I make to the motherfucker, then you'll see how important this perk really is. Next up is something that I know people are going to groan about in the comments section, Marksman. And no, I'm not bringing it back in the version that it came from in Modern Warfare 3. First of all, I would reduce the range you can see enemies by a shitload. I like the concept of the perk, but let's face it, the execution was absolutely horrible because you can see a motherfucker all the way across the map with ease. If they were on the other side, you could easily see their name tag. So what I would do is I would shorten the distance considerably, but I would still give you the ability to see a motherfucker from a distance. I'd probably say it's going to be about a 50% reduction from what we had in Modern Warfare 3. But anyway, first pro perk will allow you to recover from your wounds a bit quicker. Now let me explain this. This is not extra health. This is not Juggernaut, this is not Painkiller. This is just the ability to recover from your wounds a bit quicker than normal. You know that blinking red screen? That shit'll disappear just a little bit quicker with this pro perk on. Pro perk number 2 is the ability to see the name tags of your teammates on maps at all times in any location. This will allow you to see where your teammates are going and if there's any action in their vicinity. Now I know for people who are hardcore players who don't use a UAV, this is actually going to be a great perk for you guys. So if even the hardcore players out there, I'm thinking of you motherfuckers. I hate hardcore modes, but at least I thought of something for you son bitches. Anyway, third pro perk will show you where enemies are on the minimap as arrows when they fire their gun. Right now, if somebody fires their gun, you see them as a red dot, which means they could be firing from anywhere in any direction. But with this pro perk, when they fire in your vicinity, where you can see them on the little UAV screen, you can see on the minimap, and you will see as an arrow the direction they are firing. When they stop firing, they will no longer show on the map. So as long as they're firing, you will see them on the map as an arrow instead of a red dot. So you'll now be able to see in the direction they are shooting from. So this is a nice little tweak to the Marksman perk that I would love to see added. The 8th perk that I have lined up is called Focus, and this is similar to Toughness that we already have in Black Ops 2, where it reduces the flinch or the kickback you have when you're getting shot by an enemy. So if you plan on getting in multiple up-close gunfights, whether it's a shotgun or an SMG, this motherfucking perk will certainly help that out. Now, first pro perk is the ability to hold your breath longer to snipe. In other words, it's for hard scopers like me. I ain't gonna lie, man. I can't snipe. You guys know I can't snipe. So the fact is, this has come standard in almost every Call of Duty game. I'm not sure if it's in Black Ops 2 or not. But as far as my game, oh yeah, you are definitely going to need this because when you see what I do to sniping, you'll understand why having to hold your breath longer again is going to become relevant. Second pro perk will reduce gun sway for a bit longer of a period of time. Now, in the future, again, I'm going to be talking about a game mechanics video, but one of the mechanics I plan on rolling out is to prevent kids from sitting in corners aiming down sights all game long. The longer you aim down sight, the more gun sway you will have and the quicker the gun sway you have. And trust me, there is going to be some gun sway in the game that I would roll out. Oh, fuck this bullshit of having no gun sway, no recoil. That shit is gone. This perk at least allows you to temporarily reduce the gun sway. It's not going to eliminate it. And it's certainly not going to prevent kids from sitting in corners, because we all know that. As long as there's a corner, there will be a kid sitting in that motherfucker. But imagine this idea. If you're playing the objective, you're capturing a flag, you're capturing a headquarter, whatever the fuck it is, you want to defend a position, and you see a doorway that enemies will come into, you can at least have this perk, aim your gun at that doorway, and with the ability to reduce the gun sway for a longer period of time, you can actually wait till the motherfucker comes in and shoot them. That's the idea behind the perk. It's not meant to help little kids sitting in corners, although we know they're all going to take this fucking perk. The final pro perk on focus will reduce, and in some cases eliminate, vertical recoil on the high-powered guns in the game. Now, what do I consider a high-powered gun? Things like the Desert Eagle, 50 cal sniper rifle, shotgun, you name it. All guns that are going to have a high level of vertical recoil, you know, kick like a motherfucker. Their vertical recoil will be reduced and in some cases eliminated. Now, I'm not going to sit here and debate about what should be eliminated, what should be reduced. The fact is, guns like a Desert Eagle that have 5 or 6 bullets in the clip, you're going to only reduce the vertical recoil. Guns that only have 1 bullet in the clip, say like a sniper rifle, that would be something where you'd probably eliminate altogether. So the idea behind this is it's going to reduce the kick for people who plan on rolling with high-powered guns. And again, this is going to be different from grip. This is going to be different from any gun attachment that helps you steady your gun. This will be something that allows you to reduce the recoil on high-powered guns. That is all. So the total idea behind my focus perk is really gun related. These are going to be perks that allow your gun to become stronger and allow you to actually get into better gunfights. That's the basis behind the focus perk. The final perk in the game is called Hunter, and I will gladly admit I am stealing this from Crysis as well. You know, it's odd. For a game that I don't particularly like playing online, Crysis added some great shit to their games, man. But anyway, this perk is going to be like a combination of Recon from Modern Warfare 3 and Crysis, where enemies taking damage will show on the minimap. In Modern Warfare 3, it started with explosive damage that caused you to see them on the minimap, and then when you got the pro perk, it was bullet damage. But in my game, the base perk will take damage from anything and show the motherfucker on the minimap, whether it's a gun shooting them, whether it's explosive, special grenade, kill streak equipment, you name it. As long as they're taking enemy damage, they will show up on the minimap for a short period of time. As for the pro perks, the first pro perk, I'm just going to nickname this shit Blood Trail. And this is completely stolen from Crysis as well, and I have no shame admitting it. In Crysis, you can actually follow someone's footsteps and track them down. With this idea for the pro perk, opponents will bleed when they take damage, and they will leave a blood trail behind them that anyone can follow. Now, it won't glow in the dark or some shit like that, but enemy blood stains and blood trails will appear in the game, giving you an idea of the direction they went. Now, right now, I don't believe Call of Duty has the engine power to do something like this, but like I mentioned in my very first video, I want a new engine. And in that engine, I would build this feature in, because let's face it, if you see a blood trail and you're a soldier, you happen to know some injured motherfucker is going in this direction. So I would want temporary blood trails that allow you to trail an injured target. The second pro perk, I'm just going to nickname this shit Pain. The idea is that when you damage an enemy, their red screen or their blood screen will last a bit longer just to irritate the motherfucker. So if you shoot someone, they will have that annoying ass blinking screen just last a touch bit longer. And if you guys remember, one of the pro perks that I had from Marksman gives you the ability to recover from injuries quicker. So guess what? I've already built in a mini counter that fucking Treyarch people would love. Now, you notice, this is one of the few counters I've actually added in the game. I'm not like Treyarch that does the rock, paper, scissors the entire fucking game long. This is just one fucking counter. But the idea here is that if you shoot someone, they will continue to be in pain slightly longer, allowing them a greater chance of getting killed by 1 less bullet or 2 less bullets, whatever the fuck it is. Basically, it's a perk to annoy people, and it's a counterbalance to the Marksman perk that allows you to recover from your wounds quicker. Basically, if you shoot somebody and they have the counteracting perks, it'll just be like normal. The final perk is something completely new. When a teammate dies, their corpse will point in the direction they were killed from. In other words, on the minimap, you'll see a little arrow, and it will give away the general direction an enemy was on the position that killed the motherfucker. Now, it won't give the enemy away, you won't see the enemy on the map, but the teammate will leave a distinguishable arrow on your minimap to show you the direction that they got killed from. Now, I don't know what the fuck the arrow color will be. It could be anything from yellow, brown, pink, fucking tiger stripe, polka dot, your mama's left tit. I don't know what color your mama's left tit is, but whatever the fuck color it is, that'll be the color of the fucking arrow, okay? What matters is the perk will show you the direction a dead teammate was shot from temporarily on the minimap. Their minimap arrow will show you the direction that they were generally shot from. So if you see a dead teammate arrow on your map pointing to your right, guess what? chances are there's an enemy to your right, and this perk will give you that ability to find certain enemy positions. So as you can see, Hunter is something completely unique that could just as easily fit in the Call of Duty scheme. Now granted, like I said, this was completely stolen from Crysis. It's designed to be just as effective as the other perks, and even with the other perks returning to the game, you'll notice that almost everything in this game empowers your characters. This is how to build characters. 9 base perks, an additional 27 ways of making them stronger with countless variations on how your character operates. Not this bullshit 3-tier system, not this bullshit of countering every fucking item in the game. You control how awesome your character is. You build how powerful you want your soldier to be in Call of Duty. Now, before I leave the topics of perks, I do know that there's probably going to be some questions as to why I left certain perks out of the game. So I'm briefly going to go over some of the perks that I would not add to my version of a Call of Duty game. The very first one, and I'm sure it's one of the most popular, is Hardline. I would not return Hardline. Reality is, it does not empower your character. You do not gain an ability with Hardline. The only thing Hardline affects is kill streaks. That's it. And don't get me wrong, I was running Hardline all the time in Modern Warfare 3 because that game was built around kill streaks. But the game that I would like to build is not built around kill streaks. This game goes back to the basics of killing each other on the ground with guns, as opposed to using kill streaks all goddamn game long to do all your damage and get all your points. So there's no need for one less kill for a vehicle or the ability to roll a care package into something better. I believe in Black Ops 1 we had that ability on Hardline, and Black Ops 2 it's on Engineer, whatever the fuck. That was one of the worst ideas Treyarch rolled out. But Hardline is gone. It is only a perk that affected your kill streaks. It is not a perk that actually empowered your character. So that's why we're getting rid of Hardline. Also gone is Flak Jacket or Blast Shield, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Here's the reality. If an RPG hits you, there's no amount of protection you can wear that'll save your ass. RPGs take out motherfucking tanks. Do you really think a shitty little jacket is gonna protect you? Hell fucking no, man. Launchers are fucking deadly. My game will keep it that way. Launchers will be deadly, but balanced. So there's no need for Flak Jacket or Blast Shield or any stupid shit like that. The fact is, if a grenade's near you and you're not wearing one of those damn Juggernaut suits or some shit like that, you are going to die. And if you're so worried about Claymores and Bouncing Bettys and C4 and all that stupid shit, I already added 2 perks that look for Claymores and look for explosives. So there's no reason to run around like a jackass with fucking Flak Jacket or Blast Shield. Fact is, if an RPG hits you, you are going to die. Another popular perk, Steady Aim, is gone. And here's the reality. Over the past couple of years, people have adjusted to the auto aim assist in this fucking game. There is no reason to sit there and try and guess whether you're going to spray and pray and where the bullets are going to hit. You see the little X marker, you see the crosshair. Chances are, if you hit fire and with the auto aim assist in this game, you're going to hit a motherfucker as long as you're used to the game mechanics. Fact is, it really isn't used. It's become obsolete over the years. Back in Call of Duty 4, it was great. Nowadays, it just seems like a worthless perk that just basically sits there for old time's sake. Nobody really needs Steady Aim to be accurate with their spray and pray. The fact is, SMGs already have a very tight crosshair and LMGs have a huge crosshair. Adding Steady Aim is not going to change that fact. So I took away Steady Aim from my version of the game. Stalker is also gone, or the ability to move quicker while aiming down sights. I liked the concept 2 years ago when it was rolled out in Modern Warfare 3, but the reality is, you naturally do slow down when you aim the motherfucker. It just doesn't seem feasible or logical. And if the game doesn't reward hip firing without steady aim, I don't want it rewarding panic aiming that allows someone to move faster than a fat kid running to the bakery. Fuck all that shit, man. Also gone, quick draw. And the reason for this is quick scoping. Oh, wait till I get to the quick scoping video. You guys who out there who like quick scoping, you guys are gonna fucking hate me. But anyway, the reality is quick draw would help quick scoping in this game, and quick scoping is a problem I need to address. So quick draw is completely gone. Fact is, if you're a good player, you can aim pretty quickly. And being a good player, this actually gives you a greater advantage over lesser competition. So the fact is, all it does is create a bigger gap in competition and a bigger gap in skill by having quick draw. Higher skilled players are going to use it more to their advantage compared to a lower skilled player. So all you're doing is giving that higher skilled player the advantage to kick a lower level player's ass even more. So we're getting rid of quick draw. Finally is Blind Eye, or the ability for kill streaks to go after you. This is one that I can see people wondering whether or not I lost my fucking mind, because all air support will target you. Is that correct? Do you guys really think I would pull an Infinity Ward on you and not think that far ahead? Of course not. Now, I don't want to get into too much detail about the removal of Blind Eye, because the fact is, it's going to cut into my kill streak video, which I don't want to spoil. I will say this, with the changes that I'm making to the kill streaks, Blind Eye is not going to be necessary. It was a necessity in prior games, but in my game, Blind Eye will not be needed when you see what I do with the kill streaks. Actually, what I do with the kill streaks is fucking brilliant. And it makes you wonder why these two cocksucking developers couldn't think of this shit for the past 6 fucking years. Wait to see what I do with the kill streaks. That's all I'm gonna say. Blind Eye's gone because I don't fucking need it. Anyways, you can see these were 2 long ass videos. The reality is, if I didn't cut it into 2 videos, I would have been rushing through the motherfucker, or I would have had like a 35-minute video. There was lots of information in this video, lots of things that I talked about with the perks, so you guys can feel free to ask me any questions in the comment section, because as you guys can see in my prior video, I answered as many questions as I possibly could, because I know that this is a lot of detail. Anyway, as always, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit. And the next couple of videos, keep this in mind, is gonna be about the kill streaks, because it's about time I get into fixing these motherfuckers.